welcome to Let's Go Carl podcast. This is Mother's Day special, episode 5. I'm Real Carl.
I'm Loud Carl.
Big Carl.
Thomas Carl.
Little Carl's probably not going to make it today, so
Because he sucks.
we got a little Almost Carl down there filling in.
Yeah, I don't hit tractor tires though. So it's all good.
Well, he's officially hit a tractor tire where he went, so he's doing good. So
Hell yeah. Josh, where's your mom?
I just text her. I don't know. She's inside somewhere.
Okay. Let's bring the moms in. Let's do the moms first.
What about the sponsor? Well, you got
Oh, thank you, man.
she
I'm
is.
so glad you're
There
here.
she
Okay.
is.
Anyways, we're going to thank sponsors. We got to thank RCP, Barstow.
Barstow Transportation, Motorsports.
Who? Go ahead and say it.
Lane for Cooling.
And we got to thank Candace Keeley. They're our sponsors for this month. Now we can bring the moms in.
Alright. Get out this chair.
Don't fart, you're on camera. Jeff, let's start with your mama.
Where'd the questions go?
Right here.
You have questions?
Yeah, we have to answer questions.
Oh.
So first question, did you want me to get into racing?
I did. The fact that we grew up around the racing family, my brother raced, Josh's uncle, and my dad was very involved in it, and so he pretty much grew up. He was going to the races when I was, even before we had him. I was pregnant. So I kind of knew it was always something that he would probably go into. And I wasn't upset about that. I love the racing family because it's just a close-knit, and I think it provides a great family of people to be around, and I just thought it was a good influence for him.
She said it high for you.
Do you want to alternate or ask all the questions?
Just ask all the questions and we'll switch over.
Okay. How nervous were you at the first race?
Pretty nervous. Anytime you go to the races, and especially when you were in the champ carts and you flipped, of course it's very nerve-wracking. But I always knew that your dad did everything he could to make sure it was safe. And so, yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
And then, what are your racing-related experiences? She's a Mother's Day race winner at Dirt Devil Speedway.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, we know you helped Uncle Johnny a lot, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pulled the trailer, did all the fun stuff.
Yeah, went to DeSoto with it. So always was there to help, do whatever I could to just be involved with the group, and it was just always something I really enjoyed.
What's your favorite racing-related memory?
Well, I think it was your first street stock win. That was a very emotional win for all of us, and it was the last race that your grandma got to be at, so that's a memory that we'll always cherish.
And you think you're a better driver than me?
Yes.
I agree. Hey, there's more you
Yeah,
said
we
me.
got and we have some listener submitted questions. What was your favorite memory of my first race?
Of your first race?
Well, we'll say any race, I guess, because I know the first one was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. Let me see. Well, like you said, the first race, I think it was just the excitement of you being out there, being able to compete. You were so excited about it, which makes your mom happy. If something can make you happy, I'm happy.
And do you stand behind your child's adventures, and are you excited for each race?
I am. Sometimes it's hard, especially after a night like last night, where it was a disappointment, because I know you work so hard on it and you spend so much time getting it ready. But I know that this is something that your heart is in full force, and I will always be there to support you and do anything I can. And like I said, I just like the racing community.
Please don't cry.
The friends that we've made over the years and been around, and you two, watching you two grow up from those little kids that used to come into the motorhome and play with the race cars before your races and during, while we were waiting for the next time for you to go out on the track.
And then last one we got, do you ever get nervous? Do you still get nervous, or does it ever go away? Do the nerves ever go away?
The nerves never go away. You know, we always know there's a chance that something could happen, but you could get into an accident on the road going to work, and that makes me nervous. So I guess it's never any different. There's always that possibility, but the fact that this is something that you love to do, it's nerve-wracking, but then it's exciting, and when you do well, of course, it's overwhelming.
Well, last thing I want to say before we get on to his is, Mom is a big help to me. She's a big emotional support. And we talked before about how hard it is to work with your dad.
Yeah. Well,
Well, it makes it a lot easier when your mom's there to calm both of you down and say, hey, why are you arguing? This is stupid. Y'all love each other, right?
Yeah. Feel the hate back now.
Wait till Father's Day. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a lot easier when Mom's there to calm both of us down, isn't it?
Your dad's
No
good.
comment.
So,
Awesome. She set a very high bar for you.
Sorry.
We should have went first. Lord.
we offered.
Okay. Did you know you wanted me to get into racing?
I did not. I knew that your father raced. I didn't know that your sister was going to get into racing, let alone you. But I have supported all of you in racing and everything you do, so it's exciting.
How nervous were you at the first race?
I about peed my pants. I am nervous every race. I don't think it gets any easier. The more they race, I think the harder it gets. You still get that feeling that you're nauseous and the world is spinning and you're like, okay, we're fixing to go green.
Yeah.
I think the moms get more nervous than we do.
I think so.
Because once I start mine up, it's over. Like,
Well, that's the
butterflies
thing.
go away.
Like the 92 lapper, man, I was nervous all day. As soon as I got in the car and started the motor, I was calm. You know, because then you know it's showtime. It's time to get to work.
Yeah.
Whatever happens after that.
Yeah.
Do you have any racing-related experience?
No, I've just been around racing almost my whole life. Really no related experience.
What is your favorite racing-related memory?
When you went on my birthday at Volusia.
That was badass.
Yeah,
We're not going to answer that. Are you a better driver than me?
absolutely.
Where do you guys think you get it from?
Once again,
That's so messed up.
The only pedal my child knows is the accelerator. Okay? So it doesn't matter if he's in a regular car or a race car. It's go. So yes.
So what was your favorite memory of my very first race?
That you could actually go down the straightaway. You were 5.
Wow. Thanks.
You
Thanks,
were-
Mom.
You were 5, son, and you could actually keep it going
Do you know
straight.
Josh, Mom didn't embarrass him? You're embarrassing me right now.
I'm sorry.
Do you stand behind your child's adventures?
I do, absolutely. It is, when you have fun, I have more fun. I have fun watching you succeed in everything that you do.
Hell yeah. So, anyways, I agree with Josh with the having your moms there. One thing you have to worry about when something happens on the racetrack about me, you ain't got to worry about my dad. You most likely have to worry about my mom going on the racetrack, especially at BRP, kicking someone's car, Scooby-Doo, then get disqualified and all that BS. So, Well, happy Mother's Day.
Wait, you have one more question.
What? What we got?
It's for your mom. Who's the better sibling driver, Brittany or Brandon?
Oh.
Hey, can I answer that question?
Okay.
Can I answer it
So-
for you?
Hey, he's raced against both of them, yeah.
Brittany
You know what I'm gonna say.
is a more
Mom, no.
conservative
You gotta pick a
driver.
child. You gotta
No,
pick a
I know.
child.
No, I don't.
You
No.
gotta pick a child.
No, it's
can't
not.
do that.
It's not who's better. Brittany, your sister, is the more conservative driver. If she needs to slow down, she will slow down, and she will get done. Mr. Yates here is to the wood, regardless, and let's go. So they're both wonderful drivers. I don't think one's better than the other in the driving. It's just the way they drive.
So I'm definitely better. Thank you.
Well, sorry, but Brian Barr says it's Brittany.
Well, you know, Brian Barnes can talk all that crap, but he definitely got beat by Vern Hart. He got passed on the outside a couple weekends ago. So I know he ain't talking. Oh, then Amish Crawl came up with a question. How does it feel to have a badass son?
She doesn't know.
Thinking about that?
No comment?
No comment, son. It
Question, you
depends,
ain't got a
are you bad? Are you a total ass? I don't know. It depends on the day.
Your logo.
I'm a badass. You all know that. I drive a late model.
Yes, you do.
Great.
A great model.
Okay, if you had the chance to get in mine, would you get in it?
Absolutely.
All right then, shut up. I drive a street dog.
With more horsepower than your late model.
Do we want to talk about this right now?
We want to get into this.
Okay, do we want to talk about this?
Hey, he has a motor in his.
I got
Yours is
one.
I've
just
also
a
got
chassis.
his motor.
My motor's over there.
Yeah, but yours is just a chassis, so he's better than you right now.
I'm getting my mom off the show. Okay, happy Mother's Day. We love y'all. Now we're gonna bring in the Carls.
Right.
All right.
Never again bringing my mom.
I gotta go back
Yes,
Yes.
on it.
in.
Go.
I got nothing to talk about.
You're fine.
Just gonna sit here.
Just gotta sit here.
I got crew chief.
What's
up? Crew chief.
I don't know. I'm trying to get to live.
Alright.
Excuse me. You have it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
What we got?
10 years, 11 years.
Let me get on it.
How many people we gonna watch it?
I have 10 right now.
We got 10, baby. So Steven and Josh, I went to Hendry County.
Yeah, Josh, you want to touch on your
Well,
experience? You can.
I guess I should have known the way the day was going to go when I hooked the RV up to the trailer and started walking by the trailer to come back to the shop, and I could hear a tire leak. So found the hole. We have our one spare tire, so I put that on. We patch the hole. We get going down the road and get to about Brandon and have a trailer tire blow out. So then we put the spare on, and then we realized that there was another hole in that same tire. So then we pulled into Tire Kingdom and walk in and tell the guy, hey, I need 2 trailer tires and I need them now. And he goes, well, if you drop the trailer off, we can have it done by 6 o'clock. And I'm like, no, I need it now. I'm like, can you at least do the one that's not on the trailer? He goes, yeah, I can do that. He goes, as long as you can get them off, we can do it. I'm like, okay, so if I pull the tire off, can you do the other one? And he says, yeah, but you can't take it off in my parking lot. So Mom went in and asked him, hey, if we go over here and take tire off, can we bring it over? He said, yeah, that's fine, no problem. So we went over to a gas station, pulled that tire off, took both tires over, got 2 brand new tires put on. $250 later, we're down the road again.
Hell yeah.
Get going, maybe 5-10 minutes, and another trailer tire blows out on us. This time it was on the driver's side, so when we pulled over to the right, we're on the traffic side changing tires. Me and my boy Austin Albritton, he worked his butt off before we even got to the racetrack. Got that one switched out and get going. So now we've got no spare tires, and we've got 4 brand new tires on the trailer after replacing other ones before. And so we're just praying that nothing else goes
Talk
wrong.
about a scary moment. This is a scarier moment than you being on the track. Was them changing that tire on the driver's side on the interstate with maybe 6 inches.
And nobody wants to get
cars
over.
going by you and not wanting to slow down or stop.
We also realized that the trailer lights weren't working.
You don't need those in Florida.
So not only did we not have a spare tire, we also did not have trailer lights. And come to find out, it was the dumbest solution I've ever found. The GFI in the bathroom in the RV was blown out, so all you had to do is reset that, and all of a sudden we got trailer lights again.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
Mom figured it out
Thank
at
God
the
for Mom.
racetrack. So we finally get there, unload, go out for hot laps, and man, you could tell it was wet, which, you know, you have to start the track out wet to have a good surface later on. I applaud Hendry County for at least giving us a chance to go racing. And go out there, and I'm riding behind 2 other slow cars, and I know one of them's a squirrel, so I'm like, I'm not going to ride here. I'll pass him under caution. And found out lucky enough, though, that after I passed him on the first lap, that squirrel did spin out. So it would have been right in front of me if I hadn't done that. But you could tell the track was wet because, and real Carl over there can attest to it, I let completely off the gas and still about spun out. But and hot laps with 0 laps of experience and practice, so we're still on good for today. Get going for the heat race, roll out, and of course I pulled the best pill, the 86.
Yes.
So I rolled out a good 3rd row outside in my heat race, and I just decided to ride because the sun was in a bad spot, and there was no need to try to fight it. Just kind of ride where you're at.
You
and
can't fight the sun.
Ride, and
So I don't know what you were going to try to do there.
I had to put
But you
arm up
cannot
a couple
fight the
times.
sun.
Mister, I don't hit tractor tires.
Hey, I don't. And I don't try to fight the sun.
So I'm back there riding in 6th, and yeah, we had a little more trouble. Car locked up on me, shut off, and ended our night very early. So paid for 2 features and didn't get to start either one of them. But shout out Ken Kinney. He did give me my entry fee back for the second one. Couldn't ask for any more. I really appreciate that. Definitely going to be back down to Hendry County to race again. Love that racetrack. Wish it was closer.
You gonna shout out that motor builder or what?
Why are you trying to start stuff, man?
Hey, it's a parts failure, man.
It happens, yeah. It's nothing he did wrong. You know, we're going to get over fat back, get it fixed, and go try to win some races later on this year. But that motor was strong when it ran.
Hell yeah. Steven?
Well, definitely an eventful weekend. I should have known because of how good practice went Friday that Saturday was not going to back it up for me. Showed up Friday for practice. I ran 2 sessions. Car ran great. Finally fixed my overheating issue. Go team. And it felt like we actually had something. So just left it on jack stands all day Saturday, and pulled a mediocre pill and got to start on the pole and the heat race. And me and Brian Morgan attended the show for about the first 4 laps, and caution came out, and I had a right rear flat. I could tell something was wrong. About the 3rd lap, I set it off into 1, and it just felt really soft on the right rear. Luckily, caution came out. By the time, as soon as the caution came out, I knew the tire was down, so you don't get to change it, obviously. So that put me starting scratching the field, which was 16th.
Who checked the air in the tire?
I did. It was contact between me and Brian on the start. That's what happened. So,
Good job, Brian.
yeah, not his fault. But anyways, so started scratch. Made some really good moves. Made some good progress. Avoided one, 3-car wreck, and worked my way all the way up to I think about 6th at one point. And I wound up getting in the back of somebody on a restart going into 1, and it broke my hood pin on the right front. The hood flew up in my face. I could not see where I was going, so I was completely out all down the straightaway. And one of the squirrels just flat KO'd me. So
Number?
drove up over the left rear, and he lifted when we came to a stop. I thought my shit broke. I thought I had a Josh moment, and my shit broke. I really thought the rear end locked up or something, because it just died. I was like,
Do that again? What'd it do?
no. So, but I didn't realize somebody was buried in the left rear of my car until I heard him push his clutch in and clear his motor out and keep it running the entire time. I was like, wow, this is awesome. So it took him about 10 minutes to get us separated because we were stuck together, and I thought for sure the left rear tire was flat. Well, it wasn't flat yet. So we go back green, and somebody was trying to avoid a wreck, and I wound up just getting KO'd in the left rear, by the car trying to avoid somebody, and they cut the left rear off. They got it changed, went to the rear again, drove back to 7th. So salvaged that. Go back there. Me and Josh are trying to beat the body out. Josh come over and give me a hand, and somebody walks up to me and says, "Hey, have you seen the lineup?" And I said, "No, why?" They said, "You might want to go take a look at it." I said, "What's going on?" "They got you starting dead last again in the second feature." So we had to go, finally get a hold of Ken. Ken realized they made a mistake. They fixed it, but that wasted about 30 minutes of my time. So they're out there rolling the racetrack in, and I'm still trying to put tear-offs on my helmet. So,
Well, if you're leading the race, you don't need tear-offs.
Down there you do.
There
you do.
So we start the second feature, start 7th. I think I made it to about 5th at one point. Had a caution come out, and made some really good moves. Drove by some really good cars, and caution comes out. I get hung on the outside on a restart. And last night was one groove around the tractor tires. My kind of racetrack, but it's such tight racing down there. There's not really much you could do. So just tried my best, but got hung on the outside on the restart. Down the back straightaway, I kind of pinched the guy, but he did not have a spot, but he just never lifted and sent me for a ride going in 3. Got dumped, go to the back, and still wound up coming back and finishing 8th. So we salvaged it, but it just wasn't a very fun night. There's not a piece of straight sheet metal in my car, so
You should have gave him the old watermelon punch.
I should have. But it is what it is. Like I said, I take responsibility for pinching him down going in the corner. I can't really say much else, but it would have been interesting. If I'd have got hit by somebody because of his bonehead move, then it would have been interesting.
But he could have let off.
He could have. That's my point.
But as it drove, I would have drove 3 too because it's me.
We know.
There was a lot of bit of rough traffic last night. It was.
I don't really understand the logic that a lot of the guys not really trying to sit here and talk shit, but the locals down there in general in any class, they're so aggressive from lap 1. You cannot win the race on the first lap, and they no give, no take, or all take, no give, and I don't race that way. I don't want to tear my shit up. You got to make it to lap 20 to win it, let alone do anything else. So that just was uncalled for.
I want to win practice.
You would have spun out practice.
I wish there was an ignore button. So, but all in all, just want to give a shout out to my sponsors, AJ Hurst Plumbing, LaRoche Towing, Miss Vanessa keeps me going. I just can't say enough about all the help I get week in and week out, whether it's my boy Josh helping me at the racetrack, or Thomas, or Randy at home. Ricky gave me a big hand last night, and so it was. We have Brandon,
Thanks, bud.
Terry Berg. That way I don't get yelled at for that. So.
I think
In the
those
world
are-
is who comes squeaking in like they own this place?
So,
Just stay here.
but just want to give that shout out, and Happy Mother's Day, Mom. My mom's been under the weather. She had a sinus infection last week. She's still not feeling that great, so she just opted to stay out today. But hope she gets to feeling better. Other than that, man, I still had a blast. It was a good time.
Well, since your mom ain't here, does she support your racing?
Absolutely. To this day, she supports it more than most people ever know. So,
Okay, that's awesome, man.
There it is.
Oh, I'm so glad you could show up.
Gotta have one late all the time.
Oh, we gotta move the camera. So, we had a question for you.
What?
It says, hold on, where'd it go? Is little Carl still stuck on the tractor tire?
No.
Hey, this time it wasn't his fault.
It was not.
Hey, I can
got
tell you
cut
this.
down.
I was getting videos the whole night, and I think it was digging. Okay?
It was.
So,
it was fun.
go ahead and tell us what happened Saturday.
So, we go out to practice Friday. You know, I started out, you know, just taking it easy, trying to feel the track out. It was super wet when we got there. It started drying up, coming around. So, I was getting faster each practice. Carburetor was loading up bad. Big car, real car over here, and adjusted it for me. We got it right, went back out there. My last practice, it ran good, so we left it. We left it where it was, you know. Got it on jack stands, set it up, grounded tires, put them on. It was ready. We went out there, first heat, I started the tail end in 6th. There was only 6 of us out there. Drove up to 4th on the second lap. Was running in 3, come out of 4, and I just felt the right rear go off the bead. I just felt it started getting squiggly. Locked the brakes, pulled it off. Only spares we had were the 4-inch offsets, and those were too deep because it would rub on my right rear spring. So we put it back on the tire, straightened out the rim. Went out there for the first feature. I started tailing because I didn't finish the heat. Go out there, in the first 3 laps I got up to 2nd. I don't know how the hell it just...
You're like, holy shit, we're hauling ass.
No,
what am I doing up there? Did everybody break?
No, I told him, I said, I'm not even going to go out here and go hard this one. You know, I'll go out there, feel it out, feel how you guys run, and then go hard the second one. Well, I started to tail in. I stayed low, dragging my brake, like, you know, that's all that was in my head, drag the brake, you know, stay low by them tires. Everyone's trying to win it on the 3rd lap of a 15-lap race and throwing it high and then trying to go low, and I'm just on the bottom. But about
You're doing what?
about lap 3, we had a car spin and won, and then we go to restart. We start rolling up to the restart zone. 1st and 3rd pop before we hit the cone. I was like, oh, you know, I got left behind. I got passed going down the front stretch. We go into 1. I stayed low. Car tried to swing on the outside and then got loose in front of me. Hit me, shoved me right to the tire, knocked the bumper off. They said, it's broke, you're done. I said, no. I just turned the wheel. I could feel it. It was good. And they was like, oh, it's just your bumper. Do you want us to cut it? I said, cut it. Let's go. I was just running 2nd, you know, and I was running up on the leader in 3 and 4. And I said, cut it. And then we get back out there. I started to tail in again. I made 2 passes to get into 1, and it just plowed towards the wall. I was running over my nose. Plowed towards the wall, pulled it off. I was mad. It was my best run. I was, you know, I got out the car just angry for a minute, and he was like, well, go over there and fix it. And I was like, then I started looking, and I was good tires-wise, and we took the nose off. We were trying to scab up the bumper. Couldn't get the welder to work. Tried to clean the ground better. The welder I borrowed, it just would not work. And I got in the seat to go for the 2nd feature, and it just wouldn't crank. Something went out on it. I don't know what it was, but overall though, it was a good experience, a learning, you know, experience, and felt good to be able to run up there. You know, it was one of my best runs in my career, so it felt good that I was, you know, running down the leader, and you know, had racing issues. You know, stuff happens, but you know, I had a good time.
Were you shitting a brick running 2nd?
No, I was just like, you know, I need to stay consistent. We still got 12 laps left, you know. I was trying to slowly reel in the leader. Not so much everyone else, but I was just trying to go, you know, maintain. But besides that, I was definitely nervous, you know.
That's the best I've ever seen you run.
That's the best I've ever ran. Not though, but I was like, I definitely felt like I had the car to win, you know. Like I just from practice and running that heat race, you know, I was keeping up with them. It was just I couldn't get it, you know. My air pressure was too low, and it rolled off the bead. But I definitely want to go back up there and race some more, get more. The seat time helps, and the different tracks help.
If that yellow didn't come out, you definitely would have won that race.
Yeah. I was reeling them in, you know.
But listen, even though you were mad, though, you still had to be proud of
I
being able that fast. Like, compete that way, you know.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was angry at the moment just because for the fact that it was the first time I got up there and then I got chopped. And it's racing, it happens. I've seen it with him a bunch of times, you know what I mean? And when you're running up there, you got to expect that. So, you know, I had fun. It was a blast. I definitely want to go back up there. You know, I like the track.
Oh, yeah, so
What,
Mr. Jones says.
What Mr. Jones say? 'Cause it's always Mr.
Blowing
Jones.
it up.
He goes, the tractor tires were nervous too.
Yeah, I bet they was because I was.
Then he
getting close to
goes,
'em.
tractor tires lives matter.
Oh, you should have.
But this time, it wasn't your fault. I mean, I was nervous to tell you, hey, the lower you are coming off the corner, the quicker, the more drive you get off.
And I realized that because I'll throw it low on one and I'd hug the tires, and coming out of two,
It just grips up, don't it?
it does. It grips up and the groove comes up, and you just get all that speed. I had someone on the outside of me. I made a pass, and I was running door to door with him, and I beat him to 3. And
I mean,
saved
you went
him
3
first.
wide the first lap. I watched the video.
Yeah.
You were
yeah.
sending that, bud.
Yeah, I definitely was. And I look up and I see the 08, and I look down and I see a car, and I'm like, okay, just hold right here, because 08 was coming down and he was coming up, so I was just like, let me let out a little bit, let them do them, and I'll get them. But
You got some sponsors you want to thank?
Majestic Fabrications for making the trip happen. He definitely helped me out, getting me down there. My grandpa for letting me borrow his truck. This guy for helping me get the motor running right where I could actually compete. And just everybody along the way that helped me out, money, anything, you know, it helped, and I definitely learned and picked some things up.
You gonna put that 2850 in for Bubbles?
If I had a 2850 to put in.
Oh, we can make a squirrel built,
I
son.
want to make an announcement on that. We got an issue.
What's wrong?
Reed Stocks race points that East Bay that night.
On a 10?
Yep. And I can't be in both places at once.
Why not?
Well, no.
I'll be above us.
We can helicopter you.
No comment. Stop. That's gonna be mean.
Oh.
Similar to the boat.
Did you get your treehouse built? So you're picking East Bay over the very first Let's Go Carl sponsor race.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
But when he's running for
Where's the
points,
point?
he's got to go
Racing
for
for
points.
points. How many Hoosier jackets you got?
Not enough. I want another one.
For what? You don't even wear it. If you wear it, it looks like boring.
He's got a
Don't
David
worry.
Thomas. He's still that guy.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
back in
still
the
that
day.
guy.
Back in the day.
Back when.
Hey,
Back
all
when.
the new Hoosier jackets are black now. They're not purple.
That's ugly. I got 5.
You're ugly, bitch.
You got 5? I got 3 in a row. 18 straight wins. 2 truck championships. Dude, I'm a fucking badass.
And where were you last?
Dude, my mom's so proud of me.
That's why she said Brittany's better than driver.
And that, first off, and that's why you married me?
Well, she couldn't marry Brittany.
Yeah, well, she
So,
Well, Steven, you raced against both of them. Let's hear your
oh,
input.
Brittany all day.
Dude, I will.
You what?
Dude, I was.
He's got to sing.
Oh, first off, I can't say that. He's gonna go, well, equipment, you know, you had better stuff than me. Doo-doo-doo. Every time.
So did she. She's still better.
I was 13 and waxed your ass.
wanted to crash my ass.
We gotta teach Thomas how to do our starts, bro.
Yeah, he's getting there. We'll work on that later.
I mean, sooner or later we get away from tractor tires, the more we can learn.
Yeah, stay away from him until
Someone puts you there.
Someone say, hey, get introduced to him. And there I was.
And the way the pits were set up, every time they come back to their trailer, they had to drive right by mine. And every time I looked up, I'm like,
Yep.
ugh. Yep,
Every
that one's
time
got
I
a
come
flat
off the track,
tire.
yep.
Little car got a flat right rear. Little car's missing the nose now.
Oh, they said I should drive your 23S.
No.
Why? I can't do any worse than what Brian does to it.
Bad part is Brian actually suggested that.
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm such a badass to everybody.
I told him no.
Because you're scared because I take your
No,
ride.
because your fucking helmet won't fit through the window.
You are scared. First off, if your belly fits through there with your fat boy flap, my helmet will fit through.
Hey, it does have the fat
I don't know about that.
Damn. See, Mama's got my back.
So,
Your
well,
ego.
apparently I need to keep going. My dad asked me how other stuff's going. You know, we're still talking. You know.
Your ego wouldn't fit through the window.
Yeah.
My ego.
Ah!
This is for a different show. Sorry. So, Amish Carl.
What?
Y'all did go-kart things.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
We did something.
he will get stuck on the fat flap. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
We're talking about you.
I know. But I'll do a full send. That's why Brian wanted me in it. Full send.
What are you gonna do if you fall on your face?
When? Mother, you are not allowed to podcast anymore. Please stop talking. God, it might be Mother's Day, but...
Real talk unedited.
Yes! God, there's sometimes you just want to... No.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so me and Amish Carl, we went to Jasper, run some go-kart stuff with Jake Lamb. Definitely didn't have no hope really, because out there testing the waters with a new chassis, new driver, new everything, and ended up qualifying basically P5 in every class, so it wasn't too shabby. We ended up
All driver because preview sucks.
actually, if you read his Facebook post, it says different.
It does. I read it.
Thank you.
I read it.
Thank you. You know, some people actually thank people behind the scenes, unlike you. I just want to thank these people, not the real people that helped you, like on Fridays getting 2 cars together, putting the deck in. Anyways, thank
Where
you.
were you last night?
Or the right side. And
I was
the left.
busy.
Man.
Damn, we needed you last night for that day.
See? Even they think I'm a badass.
No one said all that.
But, anyways. Wow, my dad said he will buy tires for a 23 if I can drive it.
Oh shit.
No, I don't want to be back in that class because
You're afraid, ain't you?
I'm not afraid because if I go in there, no comment.
And fall on your face?
No, it's not fall on my face. It's just, yeah, no comment. No comment. I don't want to go back down.
And get outran. That's the
Get outran, dude. I can Flintstone a skateboard faster than you drive 23.
Oh my God.
Okay, don't start with me,
Okay, finish the go-kart.
sir. You can leave the podcast too. So, anyways,
He didn't take his medicine this morning.
I don't like my family being here.
It was your idea too.
So, anyways, why did the badass Brandon drive the go-kart? It has the same horsepower as he used to. I'm done. Anyways, we finished. Anyways, we finished P2 in the first race. Finished P5. Then we did a fuck in the money race. We just forgot the turn. We just forgot the.
We were turning, but he.
We were.
released that.
His head was turning, but the steering wheel didn't turn. So shout out to Jake Lamb for messing up the money race.
The hands didn't follow the eyes.
I did it, bro. He just.
Spun out one, ended up all the way where you ended the track.
Had a squirrel moment.
Squirrel, dude, straight up, dude.
Straight up squirrel.
Listen, he
No caution flag.
He after everything, he tells my wife the only thing he was worried about coming off the racetrack is I was going to get in his ass because I was already pissed. And he was right because after that I just done walked to the trail. I'm like, it took all day to get this fast, but it's all good. So we had fun. That's all that matters. He's afraid. He likes it because he's competitive compared to a crate mile. I'm done with y'all.
That wasn't us this time.
All y'all want to talk about crate miles, but you know what? I go to street stock. Anyways,
You don't race nothing right now.
I raise my mouth.
If you want some real competition, get in the street stock. Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all would hate me.
I hate racing.
Yeah, we already
Tim
hate
Gates
you.
2.0. Coming from the ass. And the crate's on. All y'all got these big motors? That crate right there? Gonna be eating on the
I
bottom.
don't know where
So.
y'all get this. Y'all got these big motors, but okay.
You don't have a crate motor?
Yeah.
You got a squirrel built big motor.
It's got less power than your crate motors. I don't want to hear it.
Your 4-cylinder might have more horsepower than that motor.
Fun fact, we ran the same times last night. He got me by like a thousandth of a second.
Wow.
That is a fun fact. But I mean,
Thomas?
the 4-cylinder when you can put it to the
You
floor.
know what? Good job, Thomas.
Hey, I was proud last night.
Shove that right down his throat. All week. Shove it right down his throat. How's that, dude? How is that? 4 more cylinders.
Bittersweet.
4 more cylinders. Did you hit tractor tires though?
Nope. Didn't even get close to touching one.
Well,
Actually, I take that back. I think I got close to it. But I successfully navigated away from them.
y'all are horrible. Well, Josh, you got anything, brother?
Well, just go over and thank my sponsors. Of course, we got Barstow Motorsports, Tampa Test Kitchen, Tosca Roofing, the neighbor across the street. Man, he came over last night, looked at the car before we left. Showed his, I think it was his grandkids come over, looked at it. They loved it, sat in the car. That's what it's all about, is getting the little kids involved in racing. We got Multi-Roll helps us out, LaRoche Towing, of course, Woods Fabrication and Fatback Racing Engines.
You got to use your car to run
Dude,
your
after last night, man, my brain's, I'm just, you know how it is.
I'm just ready for y'all to stop being the one-hit wonders.
Dude, me too.
I'm trying to get there first.
Hell yeah, come on, man!
I was trying.
So,
It was not for a lack of effort. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I was about to open wheel it. I was about to pull you in the 22 open wheel that much.
hey, lap down. If I had a little more caution, so I would have won that race. Lap down, boy. Badass.
So why didn't you win that night?
It was a lap down.
I look.
Well, why
First
didn't
off, I
you
came
get
in. They didn't give me 2 laps.
If you're so good, you should have got your lap back.
I wasn't that fast. I was fast, but I wasn't that fast.
Since I'm going to stop you because I'm tired of hearing you talk shit. I want to give a shout out to Ken Kenny and crew. The guys, I come off the racetrack after sitting there for so long, and they gave me. I drove all the way back to my trailer, and they still gave me 2 laps. Change the tire.
Shout out to Carl up there.
For real. When I pulled up to the trailer, I thought for sure they were fixing to say going green, and I heard him come over to race here and say 75. We're giving you 2 laps, and I was shocked. So that was cool. I appreciate it.
I was hauling ass to that jack stand too, though.
The jack stand,
Jack.
not the
My
jack.
bad, I'm right.
The
Damn.
jack stand, but I ain't got no jack.
No, but
Says the sprint car guy down here. I don't have the fenders.
Not too much work.
He's got to find the wings.
They are a lot easier to wash.
They are.
Mine is too. I ain't even got to take no body panels off my shit. They all got knocked off last night. Ain't even got to take nothing off to wash it. It's going to be a good day.
So,
Do you have a straight panel left on the car?
No, not one. Typical Clewiston Saturday night. So.
my panel was still pretty straight.
I'm just trying to get my car done.
I actually have to work on it.
We did. We have the cockpit and the MSD box in and pedals. I keep putting the car together, but my dad keeps going, no, we're going to replace new bolts with this.
Wait, who worked on the car the other day at the shop? Me and Ronnie did actually, but you just were sitting there.
It's today, hate on brand day.
Then Ronnie goes, hey, why don't you put the rear end in? And then we did that the next day. We just slid it underneath it. We didn't even touch it.
I had the go-kart work on. Just like we have
A couple hours later, after me and Ronnie already started.
I had to go take a poop break. That's 45 minutes.
All right,
I had to go
so-
get a drink.
All right.
That's
How about my boy Chastain last week, y'all?
He wrecked some more stuff, didn't he?
Yeah, but he still played the whole fuck around and find out card.
Look, I will give him that hit, and it sounded like a hit, but it didn't even affect Noah, man. He was ready to swing back.
Listen.
If you gonna hit that hard, man, you gotta knock someone out.
All right.
hold on,
Or down at least.
Steven. This is for you. That's the only reason Real Carl is going to wash his car. No body left.
It's the absolute truth.
That is a fact.
So
Did you see the video of Chase Elliott saying, well, somebody's got to kick Ross's ass?
Yeah, he ain't got the balls to do it, so.
No, but old Bullcut did.
Yeah, listen, I give him credit where credit is due, but in Ross's defense, he told him to stop.
he said stop. Said stop.
Well, see,
You
that's
walk
why,
up and grab my fire suit, I'm gonna punch you in your
well, see,
jaw,
that's
too,
why you
so.
swing first.
Do you think there's gonna be a fine coming out? For neither driver?
If they go on their podcast and admit to it, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. But
Hell yeah.
Well, we got a couple notes here. Like I said earlier, word on the street, man, Cruz is going to 604s next year.
I hope they come out with the rules sooner than later.
Yeah, me.
But I just don't see Florida street stock racing going straight great. I don't see it happening.
I don't either.
I mean, what about the Top Gun stuff going straight 360s? That's the same deal.
Which I wonder how East Bay sprints are going to do.
Yeah. How's that going to do?
I mean,
Do you think the class might go away?
no. It'll go 360.
All 360, straight up.
That would be stupid because the guys who run East Bay are on Top Gun. So
Okay, but half of the guys I've talked to don't have the money to buy a 360.
Half the guys got one sitting in their shop. They just don't have the money to travel.
You're going to get yourself in trouble.
You want to talk about your 360 experience? What you got?
You got nothing.
My hero is Butler. He's a badass.
I mean, he is.
He is.
He
You
is.
say he ain't.
Both of them are. Keith and Shane.
We're talking about Keith.
Yeah, me too.
What else?
Well, we got, sometimes you realize that maybe you didn't have such a bad night because right after the race ran out, Emerson Axon's hauler caught fire and burnt down. Didn't hear how much of it they lost. Sounded like they had to wait on fire crew to get there to put the fire out. So I'm sure they lost quite a bit. I think I heard everybody got out all right and nobody was hurt, but man, you know how it is when you lose everything in a fire, man. It's hard to start over from nothing.
As disappointing as nights like last night can be for anybody, it's still a bad night at the racetrack is still better than a good day at work, in my opinion. So that's it. So.
Yeah, we all made it home safely. Yep. We got the good Lord above looking out for us.
We woke up this morning.
We did.
Yeah.
So
even though I had to clean up the trailer and pick up everything by myself.
Oh, we heard about that.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Right as he got out of the truck.
Thomas thought since he was fast, he can just
get out of here
leave.
quick enough for it.
He just leave. Like he
What's
said,
that? I
something
didn't
snuck up
even
on
so
him.
much as tell somebody, "Hey, I'm leaving." Shoot, gone. Like wow.
So I should have been in the feature.
But it wasn't.
He was shoot riding that dirt car. Tell you that.
Alright.
So, anyways, next week we're going to Fruitland, do some testing for the big money race.
Of course you are.
What?
Just saying.
I don't want to help you.
I don't really want you to know either.
You do want me? No, I'm done with you. Anyways, we're going to Fruitland to go do some testing with J Clam. Where are you racing next weekend?
East Bay.
Both classes or just one?
Probably both classes.
Did you
Probably gonna have to put a body on the old 7.5 this week because she was rough before. She's really rough now. So
You can't band-aid her up or what?
dude, we band-aided some band-aids.
I
so
don't
that's
think
kind of hard. Josh, what about that door? You think we can band-aid her back together?
Man, I pull up. He's over there. He's trying to yank on it with his hand. I'm like, hang on, I'll be right back. Go back to the trailer. Come back. Giant pry bar,
Yeah,
big old hammer,
That's
big
exactly what I
mallet.
did.
Like, which one you want?
Thomas, you gonna have your stuff ready for next weekend?
Yeah, I just gotta throw the nose back on it and figure out if what went bad and switch it out.
Are you gonna wash your car today?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So since it was fast, you're actually gonna wash it and not wait till Saturday?
Hey, I watched it the last time I raced at East Bay, I watched it.
Steven's gonna wait till Thursday. Then he's gonna call us on Friday. Guys, I need these 2 cars to get done.
I need a deck put on.
I got Chastain this weekend. Sure getting on watermelon punch,
I'm
boy.
telling you.
What? Josh, what's your plans? Since you,
Dude, I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. We're playing it one day at a time right now. All we know is motor's coming out. We're going to go from. I'm sure I'll be at East Bay, supporting. Always out there trying to help out. But we want to give a quick shout out. Well, Buzzy Rubin picked up a win last night.
Yeah,
Seen
North
that.
Florida.
North Florida. Man, I hope I'm half the driver he is when I get to his age.
No joke.
I just hope my eyes are as good as his are at his age.
Listen, if I can still get in a race car at his age, I'll be doing good. So
That boy flat matters.
that's right.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Keep it up. You're gonna need one too.
See my daddy?
Yeah.
It's going to be you.
He always tells me he has a mansion to cover the tool shed, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. That's my daddy over there.
What you got, a mother-in-law suite?
Damn, that was good.
That was awesome.
Hey, did I see the air mattresses making an appearance? Did y'all stay in the hotel trailer?
In the hotel trailer, baby.
He rocked out. Well, he stayed on the cool.
Was you still sleeping when I got there? Is that why you using the trailer?
Yeah, I was probably passed out.
No.
So Friday night was eventful after practice.
You didn't go to your AA meeting, did you?
No.
I knew it was
And,
something fun must happen when Timmy posted that y'all ran out of beer.
We drank quite a bit. We had a good time.
Our fans think you're alcoholic.
I mean, think what you want. But it was fun, but I paid for it all day Saturday, and it was way too hot for that. So
It was.
At least you didn't have a 98 lapper.
So they let me sleep on a cooler propped up against Timmy's trailer for like an hour and a half.
Nah, about to.
And
about to.
and then Steve Scarberry hit me with a golf cart while sitting on the
Hey,
cooler. Woke me up.
Was that after he knocked the toe out?
Yep.
That was after. He was like, "Hey, wake up!" He's like, "Whoa!"
They got me up, and I went and laid down in the cooler. Well, nobody threw a blanket over me or nothing. I woke up about 5:30 in the morning, and I was freezing because the AC was kicking ass. So
Hell yeah.
I only got about 4 hours worth of sleep.
I didn't go to bed till like 3 or 4, and then woke up about 8 or 9 to some breakfast. So
Yeah.
that was good.
So did y'all end up staying the night again last night, or y'all grab a little?
I hauled ass.
Well,
We know.
I wanted my bed. I was tired. I was ready to get home and shower. Did not pay for the shower.
So ready to get home that he left me with a mess to clean up. It was that great.
For 2 hours cleaning, load the car by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, a big guy.
That's fine.
A big
Load-
guy
load
trying to
the
get
car.
out of the car.
Loading the car by
And they-
myself, like, okay, whatever, that's fine. It was the 9 million tools that had been variously used throughout the night that were laying outside
Variously.
and, all that stuff. So, it's cool, though. We had fun.
It's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we gotta go ahead and thank RCP, Barstow, Brad, whatever his name is. Thank you.
Brad Langford with Langford Cooling. Thank you.
I can't. It's a tongue twister for me.
How?
Brad,
I can't even speak English.
It's 3 words. Spit it out.
My dyslexia kicked in at the moment of the sentence.
Is that why you text so bad?
Yes.
yes, look. You're in your mama, bro.
Then we got to thank Candace Keeley for being our very first, sponsor for the first month, and she's continuing being our sponsor. We do have shirts for sale. We also have free stickers. Just let us know. And boys, that completes episode 5.
It was a good one. Looking forward to the next.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.